Oop. All right, hopefully my internet's gonna stick today. Happy spring, everybody. I am standing up for the first time in a long time. I'm in my family room. They're cutting a giant tree outside my office window, which is a little sad, but this is kind of fun. I get to be full screen today and maybe entertain us with a jig or maybe the moonwalk. I don't know if I can still do the moonwalk. Well, you can't really see it very well from your perspective, but we're going to start to do some live events in June, and I'll do the moonwalk then for everybody. So hi, everybody. So excited that you're here. This is going to be a really fun event. It's a brand new idea, Voices of West Des Moines. We're giving you a chance to have that virtual stage to talk about anything you want to talk about for 1 minute, to spotlight maybe an organization, a team member, you name it, something that you're particularly proud of. Let's use this as a great inspiration tool. You know, our themes this year are progress, positivity, possibility, and perseverance. And we're really trying hard to uplift our entire community with positive programming. And we thought this event would be super fun. And so we're so excited to hear from you. So keep your mics muted during it. We will be recording, so if you miss anything, you can always go back and look. We have some amazing speakers today that each get their 1 minute on the stage. And I'm excited, of course, to introduce our West Des Moines Chamber team. I know you all know and love them, but I still want to spotlight them every time we have one of these events. And that is Kara Matheson, Anna Dowd, Nicole Langmaid, and Bailey First, who is running our event today. So excited that you're here. All right, we have an amazing MC today with us as well, Paul Scott. So Paul is going to be, our Zoom master and running our program. We're so excited about that. And I'm excited to turn the virtual podium to Anna Dowd, who is going to introduce Siri with Shive Hattery. Thanks, Anna.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Catherine. And thank you to everyone for joining us today. It is exciting to see so many familiar faces and names. But I have the honor of getting to introduce our presenting sponsor, which is Shive Hattery. So a big thank you to the entire Shive Hattery team for their support of the West Des Moines Chamber and our monthly luncheon programming. So with us today, we have Siri. So I will turn it over to you.
Thank you, Anna. Good afternoon, everyone. For those of you who don't know, Shive Hattery is an architecture and engineering firm here in West Des Moines, and we are a proud sponsor of the West Des Moines Chamber. My name is Siri Fleeler, and I'm part of our interior design group. We wanted to take a minute today and share one of our recent client stories, this client also happens to be moving to West Des Moines. And Bailey, do we have slides available?
So this is a new one. I'm getting an error code when I try to share slides on. So just a minute.
No worries. Well, I can keep going, but a little over a year ago, we started working with ClaimDoc, and ClaimDoc is a medical claim auditing and member advocacy company that specializes in maximizing self-funded insurance plans. And if you could see the screen, you would see that there's a familiar building that would be on the screen, and it's the former Fitness World West building over on Westtown Parkway. So for those of you who can kind of picture where that is, ClaimDoc purchased that building at the end of 2020, and we've been working with DCI Group and ClaimDoc to renovate and transform that space into their new workplace. So they plan to occupy the space at the end of May, and we're proud to be a part of that project and a catalyst for redevelopment in this area. We worked really closely with ClaimDoc to design their space, and the end result is going to be a very personalized, one-of-a-kind solution that really showcases who ClaimDoc is and what their culture is about. I'll challenge you to drive by the location and take a look at what's going on. But that end building will really showcase they're fun-loving, they're creative, and they want to emphasize their employee well-being. Add the added challenge of designing through a pandemic about halfway through for a workplace environment, and it was really fun to see how we all came together collaboratively. ClaimDoc has been amazing, and they're such a fun, creative group to get to work with. And they've even still been growing through this year, or this last year. So it's been very fun to work with them. We worked really closely to make strategic design decisions that we think will set them up for long-term success and also help mitigate COVID-19 concerns in the workplace. in the immediate need. So in short, we can't wait to see them move to West Des Moines and see how that new workplace will help them be prepared for their future. If any of you are starting to think about your own company's return to workplace plans and want to know more about what we're doing or seeing with our clients, please reach out and we'd be happy to start a conversation. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Siri. It's so nice to know more about that building because I've been super curious. You can see it right off of the highway and it's right by Twisted Vine there. So, and of course, we've read a lot of articles about Valley West Mall and some redevelopment in the future there. So they are in a perfect place. So, and I'm sure it's going to be gorgeous because Shive Hattery is involved. So super cool. So thank you so much, Siri. Well, I'm excited to introduce Paul Scott, who's going to be running our luncheon today. And Paul is on our executive board with the West Des Moines Chamber. He was a 40 under 40 with the business record. I think that was just last year. They had their big 40 under 40 event last night. And Paul is with Marco Technologies, an incredible executive and leader in the community, involved in so much. So I'm just going to turn the baton to you, Paul. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Catherine, and want to welcome all of our speakers for today. It's great to have you on. We're really looking forward to hearing what really kind of makes you tick and what you're excited about here in the area and what you love to highlight. So just as a friendly reminder, as Bailey had mentioned earlier, I encourage everybody to keep yourself on mute. So then that way there's no disruptions before everybody's speaking. And then also, please keep in mind that I will introduce the speaker that will be presenting to us, but also I will let you know who is on deck after that speaker. So you'll have a 1 minute warning to get yourself ready. So with that being said, I don't think there's anything else to really work through in terms of logistics. The ladies did a great job of having all that organized and ready to go. So we'll go ahead and kick things off today. And so our first speaker of the day is going to be Mr. Ryan Hansher. And after Ryan will be Luanne Gafford. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, very well. Thanks for the opportunity. Lots to talk about. Go to Waterworks Park and check that place out. But more formally, I think we've been watching the decline of trust and attention. It's made PR work very challenging in this pandemic when there's needed to be a lot of voluntary and necessary behavior change. And there's a principle at work in there called unity. It's the idea that belonging is powerful, right? That we have shared social identity. And as a 25-year, I think, chamber member, eager to embrace the renewal of spring, I wanted to share some hope amid all of our challenges, which is that people globally will say that business is trusted, business as an institution is trusted to solve problems. And so belonging to this chamber gives us an opportunity to come together to build a shared future. I think the hashtag is West Des Moines Strong. Staff can probably affirm that. And among the actions we might take together, I just wanted to call out specifically the Black and Brown Business Summit at the end of this month as one concrete step we can take together. So happy Thursday.
Thank you very much, Brian. Really appreciate the extra plugs there too on that. So that was wonderful. All right, our next speaker will be Luanne Gafford, and on deck, Bobby Segura. But go ahead, Luanne.
Hello, I'm Luanne Gafford, and I'm the underwriting director at Life 107.1. We are a listener-supported contemporary Christian radio station, and I'm going to kind of focus on those 4 bullet points that were shared for this luncheon today. Progress. We have been in the West Des Moines community for the last 17 plus years, and we are excited to be here. We, in December, had our fundraiser for Operation Strong Tower, and we became fully funded for that in 2.5 days. So now the progress is the metal or the steel for the new tower is supposed to be getting delivered if it hasn't already, and progress in building that new tower so we can reach more Central Iowans. Positivity, our tagline is always uplifting. So, you know, I always tell people, if you've never listened to us, give us the 30-day challenge. Listen to only us for 30 days and see if it doesn't make a difference in what you hear, how you react to others throughout the day, and when you go home to your family. And it's safe for your kids to listen to. Possibility, now we need to power the tower. We have our spring fundraiser coming up in the end of this month, the 20th through the 23rd. And perseverance, we every day are thankful to be on the air. 2020 was challenging for all of us. It was one of our best years for fundraising. And so we are going to continue to be here as long as our listeners are still out there. I always say our listeners kind of have ownership in the station. We have a music team. They get to help select the music and they help keep us on the air. So Life 107.1, always uplifting.
Thank you, Luanne. And I do agree. I love to turn on your station when I'm in my car. So thank you for that. Our next speaker, or let me do on deck. I'll switch to doing on deck first so that it'll provide a nice introduction for the speaker. So on deck will be Jessica Richter, but now Bobby Segura.
Hey, hi, everybody. Good to see you all today. I am so excited to be here, and I'm with Women Lead Change. And what Women Lead Change is we help people connect with each other and develop their leadership development skills. And I just want to talk about a workshop that we have coming up that really goes along with the progress, positivity, possibility, and perseverance theme of this. And it is called Connecting Across Generations. It's with Hannah Ubel. It is Tuesday, April 13th. And right now we are living in an age of technology with options to connect across texting and emailing, and I am in instant messaging. And we've got 5 generations that are in the mix of people who are employed in our workplaces. And it's very important that we be able to understand what motivates each generation and how to manage those generations. So I am going to put the connection to our email in the chat box where you can sign up for that workshop. And of course, hey, thanks Ryan for promoting the Black and Brown Business Summit. Appreciate that. There's some folks working hard behind the scenes on that, and I really appreciate that. But Women Lead Change, we're helping out. Thanks.
Awesome, Bobby. And I apologize. I think I mispronounced your last name. I think it's Segura. So thank you very much and appreciate your feedback there. On deck will be Jennifer Esplund, but now Jessica Richter.
Hi, I'm Jessica Richter. I'm an audit partner with BKD CPAs and Advisors. A little over a year ago, I was selected to lead our nonprofit industry practice for our office here in Des Moines. And we're located in West Des Moines, proud member of the chamber and all the things that they do. And so I've had a chance to work with a lot of nonprofits in the last year. It's been challenging. They've persevered like none other. They've had a lot of challenges. I actually got to speak to Catherine recently about our nonprofit sector report that we issued, talking about all the impacts of COVID, but it's also focusing on all the great things and how they persevered and how they move forward and how are they going to take things ahead. And so there's lots of wonderful nonprofits in our communities. We're proud to be there and supporting them. And so really that's what we're all about, whether it's financial advice and capital campaigns or PPP or ERC, or the acronyms go on forever. But it's really one of the things that I take a lot of pride in, and I enjoy sharing their passions and helping them tell their story. So glad to be here and looking forward to all that they will do as we move ahead in the future.
Thank you very much, Jessica. On deck is Becky Wood, but now Jennifer Esplund.
Thank you. And I can't get more positive than rose-colored glasses. So I'm feeling really good. My name is Jennifer Esplund, and I'm a certified aging specialist, and I also am a advisor, a licensed real estate agent, but associate advisor with SVN here in Des Moines. And really excited to be working with Heath Bullock, who I'm sure Heath's name is known across Des Moines. But I'm here to celebrate and to take advantage of this awesome opportunity, which, by the way, to celebrate West Des Moines Chamber and the energy that Catherine has breathed into it. You know, there's also already great bones there, but that and her staff and how easy it is to, participate in these events and the newsletter. So thank you. celebrate that. But behind me, I see the largest. I feel like I'm cutting out. I'm seeing an interconnect connection issue there. But anyway, SVN is actually the largest when it comes to the number of brokers around the country in the United States. They were the largest. This just came out yesterday on deal volume for land across any brokerage. And so excited to be part of that growth. But anyway, this time last year, there were 3 advisors. And this year we have 7 advisors, a whole property management division. We now have over 1 million square feet under property management, and we're hiring. We're hiring in our property management division. So property manager, accounting manager, our website, SVN Create, I'll put that in, generational thing, but my forte is seniors housing and how that pertains to rural development, homes below in housing in communities 20,000 or less, plus the whole SVN portfolio. So thank you for this opportunity and glad to meet you all.
Thank you very much, Jennifer, and congratulations on all the growth. That is excellent to hear. So on deck is Mike Schneider, but now Becky Wood.
Thank you, Paul, and thank you, Catherine, for this opportunity. I'm Becky Woody with Health Partners at Unity Point Health, and we're a joint venture that came to inception in 2017 between Health Partners based out of the Twin Cities and Unity Point Health right here local. And we're a member-owned, consumer-governed health solutions organization. So big words, what does that really mean? We have healthcare coverage available for employer groups, both self-insured as well as fully insured. And we also offer Medicare Advantage products to those that are Medicare eligible. And we are growing. So I heard mention of openings and positions. We are hiring as we're looking to expand into various markets. We will actually have a press release coming out sometime this summer regarding that expansion. We're currently hiring a sales executive right here in our West Des Moines location, as well as an account specialist and an account manager. So that's very exciting for us that we continue to grow. When we think about perseverance, as we look over the last year, we've all had to persevere with the pandemic. And, you know, I can't applaud our heroes enough that are on the front lines, and we're on the front lines every single day working through the COVID-19 pandemic. And while very challenging, just so appreciative of everyone's support. If you haven't heard about us, we work with most of the local brokers here. So if you're looking for, you know, some other opportunities with your health insurance for your employees, we work with LMC, Mercer, Gallagher, Holmes Murphy. We are broker agnostic, so we would love to be able to meet you and just to be able to support your employees with their health journey. Thank you so much, appreciate it.
Thank you, Becky. Really appreciate the feedback there, and exciting to see that growth as well. It's obviously a lot is happening around West Des Moines, and we're creating a virtual job board today. So this is great. All right. So on deck, we have Sierra Hilton, but now Mike Schneider.
Hi, everyone. I am Mike Schneider. I'm the Development Director here at Meals from the Heartland. 2 quick themes. One is thank you and one is would you. So thank you to anyone listening who has ever volunteered with us here at Meals from the Heartland or donated to Meals from the Heartland. Our mission is to empower people to save starving children. And we do that by engaging with our caring community to come together to package life-saving meals. And I'm guessing that many of you have participated in that. And by way of a recent example, a shout out to the West Des Moines Leadership Academy. Their current class came in on Tuesday of this week and packaged nearly 14,000 of those life-saving meals. So we are very appreciative that they worked us into their curriculum and into their schedule. So whether you come visit us here or we come visit you, we stand at the ready to be a team of hunger fighters to help those in need. Secondly, would you consider having us come to your place of business to package meals, or to a school that you might be affiliated with, or church or community? We would love to come visit you and package meals together. would you consider being a sponsor for Morsel Combat, which is our annual fundraiser? And the interesting tidbit is Morsel Combat was birthed in 2012 by the West Des Moines Leadership Academy class, and it was their class project. And to my knowledge, and I said this in front of Kara on Tuesday, it is the only class project from the West Des Moines Leadership Academy that has sustained year over year over year over year over year. And it is still a thriving event for Meals from the Heartland. So we're, again, uber appreciative to the Chamber and to the Academy for that. I'm a proud alum of the inaugural class of the West Des Moines Leadership Academy, so I love seeing how it just is perpetual. And then would you consider perhaps coming to our golf outing? We're going to have our first annual golf outing in September, and we would love to involve more and more Chamber members in that. So if you have any interest in learning more about how you could engage with us, I would welcome. Just reach out to me either directly or through LinkedIn or however is convenient for you all. And I would love to talk more with you. So thank you all.
You're welcome, Mike. And I love the Leadership Academy plug. I was a graduate from there not too long ago, and I love what you guys do down there at Meals from the Heartland. It is amazing what you're doing, not only for the community, but the country and the world. So thank you for all of that.
Thank you, Paul.
All right, so on deck, we have Jane Armstrong, but right now, Sierra Hilton.
Wow, thank you so much for allowing me to present today. Again, my name is Sierra Hilton. I'm the Director of Sales of the Element Hotel in West Des Moines. If you're not familiar with the Element, we are a newer brand of the Marriott chain. We're a sister hotel of the Westin brand. So we focus a lot on cleanliness. We have since the beginning wellness and being eco-friendly. And so we're located next to Wellman's on Mill Civic Parkway, and we're kind of hidden. So some of you may know us, but I just thought I'd throw that in there. But I did want to kind of come on here. I know everyone has struggled as we work through the pandemic. It looks like we might be on the other side of it, but I know it specifically hit the hospitality industry pretty hard. Never thought that I would open a hotel and have it close at all. So I'm just happy to say that we are open, we are ramping. It's a very positive outlook for the summer. We're so thankful for all of our partners at the Chamber, at the CVB, the West Des Moines, City of West Des Moines in general, and then the loyal guests that have stayed with us when possible, and the ones that even are homebound or aren't traveling yet. They're super excited to get out. And so I just want to thank everyone and let them know that we are also hiring for multiple positions at the front desk in housekeeping, but it's looking really positive, and we thank you all very, very much. And Marriott and our team have come up with many, many ways of doing business now that is very clean and safe for meetings, for guest rooms, for sleeping rooms, and catering and things like that. So we've all been working very hard to come out on the other side, and it's looking very, very positive. So thank you so much for having us.
Awesome. Thank you, Sierra, and appreciate all the work to keep us safe when we're staying with you. So on deck, we have Michelle Mott, but now Jane Armstrong.
Thank you very much. I'm Jane Armstrong. I'm the Director of the Small Business Administration here in Iowa. And as you know, SBA has been leading all the federal effort with the economic recovery, with all the programs. I want to do a huge shout out to our small businesses for their vision, for their resiliency this past year. And if any good has come out of the COVID, it's that America has woken up to just how important small business is to the economy. And so from our perspective, with all the work going on behind the scenes, I also want to do a shout out to the community because it takes a village, folks. It's not just one organization doing this. So I want to send a special thank you from the SBA to all the lenders, the CPAs, the lawyers for their referrals, the SBA resource partners, Small Business Development Center, SCORE, the Women's Business Center, and the Veterans Business Outreach Center that's part of our network, congressional delegation and legislators for all their referrals and questions, chambers and other economic development partners, Iowa Economic Development Authority for their collaboration with us between the state and federal recovery programs, And I also just especially want to thank our SBA staff. You might not know this, but we only have 5 people here in Iowa. And these 5 people, they have been working up to 18-hour days this past year, fielding thousands of emails and phone calls and providing outstanding customer service to the business community and providing one-on-one assistance, helping a lot of businesses get the financing they need and the counseling and training to stay alive. So huge shout out to the small business community and for everybody who worked together and collaborated this past year.
Thank you very much, Jane. Yeah, there's so much that's been done in the dark that we didn't necessarily know about. So thanks for all of your team's help, and it's excellent. Thank you. So moving on deck is Kevin Jensen, but now Michelle Mott.
Thank you. This is such a positive experience. You guys are resonating with positivity. I was going to ask if you guys need an attitude adjuster because I'm known for my work with attitudes and actions in the workplace. But this group certainly doesn't need it, but I would love the opportunity to work with you. My name is Michelle Mott, and I'm a consultant with organizations who want to refresh and refocus. It has been a significant year. And we help organizations to refine, reignite, and regenerate their workplace, whether they've been working together or apart. I'm proud to say that I've been a resident and a small business owner now for 30 years in West Des Moines. Woohoo! And have recently sold my business. Inspiring Solutions was an organization that I started when I was 29, right? But we now have recently been merged with an organization out of New York, JERHR Group, and Dana Miller, who's also on this Zoom connection, is sending a document through chat that announces a new tool that we have just created to help measure the health of your culture. It's called the Culture Index Survey Process. And it's a quick 7-question process that can help test or assess the health of your organization, and would love to visit with you afterwards. I think it's going to be a great way to help move your organization wherever it's at into the new normal. So stay safe, stay healthy, and positive. Thank you.
Awesome, Michelle. Yeah, it's excellent to have you as a resource, and because we know not everybody's doing great. There's a lot of people that are hurting, so it's great that you are able to be there and be a resource. So thank you very much. On deck, Dave Basile, but now Kevin Jensen. Now, do we have Kevin on here today? Are you on mute maybe? All right, we'll go ahead and jump Kevin. If he gets on the call later, just send Bailey a message. But yep, we'll jump into Dave Basile and Brandon Schulte. You're on deck.
Thank you, Paul. Hey, I just wanted to let everybody know that the 2021 rematch for Battle of the Burbs is on. Mark your calendar, please, for Saturday, August 7th, and join us for the 5K, 10K, and the Kids Fun Run. Our 5 suburbs, West Des Moines, Clive, Urbandale, Johnston, and Waukee, will be battling to bring in the most runners. Just choose your suburb when you register. And here's the great part. 100% of your registration fees will support the nonprofits and community betterment efforts in that suburb. Go West Des Moines. If you like a little competition, there are cash prizes for first, second, and third place finishers in gender and age categories for both the 5K and the 10K. It all takes place on our beautiful campus here at NCMIC, just north of Des Moines Golf and Country Club. We would love to have you join us for a fun-filled day. You can visit us at ncmic.com/battle for more information and to register. And I'll make sure to put that website in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. Yes, an exciting event every year. So thank you for reminding us of that upcoming event. So fantastic. So on deck is actually going to be a video from Brent Roski, but now we have Brandon Schulte.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brandon Schulte. I work for Xeris, based in West Des Moines here. We're a technology consulting company that's really worked with customers in Iowa, the Midwest, and beyond for 35 years to help them with their technology, security, integration, and marketing technology needs. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to all the technology providers. It's been such a transformative year this year with people needing to work remotely and work from home, and the changes in business models that have had to happen to accommodate business and people's needs during these trying times the last year. You know, we've seen customers that have had to move their whole workforces to home within, a couple minutes or a couple weeks of the pandemic starting. We've also seen people that have had to totally change their business model to move from more of a retail environment to an environment where they are doing things digitally. And that's where Xeris really shines, and we've helped a lot of businesses transform over this time. So for all those technology professionals that have allowed people like myself and many people on this call to be able to do their job remotely and keep the economy humming along, I'd like to say a heartfelt thank you. And for anyone who is looking to succeed in this new environment that we find ourselves in, we would be happy to talk to anybody about anything with data, technology, and services to help you continue to reach customers in a new way and thrive going forward as the pandemic ends and we begin the new normal.
Awesome, Brandon. Yeah, and as a technology representative myself, it has been quite the year, and I got to apologize for your last name. Our last names are very close, but not pronounced the same. I'm Scott and you're Schulte. So thank you very much for that, Brandon. On deck will be Aaron Barfels, but I do believe actually, Brent, you're live and in person.
Hey, everybody. I was actually going to be getting vaccinated today, but the Johnson & Johnson thing, they didn't make it to the States. So we are here, happy to be here. I just clicked the link to the website. So I do production here. I happily moved to the West Des Moines area with my wife and now little one. Call it 5 years ago from Los Angeles. I was 10 years at NBC Universal. I was the creative director for the NBC stations there, but did some very fun projects out there, Chasing the Hill with the guy who played Toby on The West Wing and a bunch of other folks. But here in Iowa, happy to do the production that I do here. A lot of small businesses, production budgets from, very, very small, few $100 up into larger budgets. So if you need video production work, I just sent up the theroskyagency.com is the website. It's on the board there. And, we're talking about positivity. A lot of the commercials I did before in Los Angeles, I did commercials for 5 different Olympics, Coke and all that sort of thing. But here, because the economics are so different and your dollar goes so much farther here, one of the reasons I love West Des Moines and the Chamber is amazing. Events like this really just brighten my day up. But one of the fun things we can do is actually a production just to have fun, to do a good thing. So we're actually going to be doing, if you like me, you like British mystery shows, like Shetland and these little detective shows. We're actually going to do a small production in just a few weeks. So if you've got some cool stuff, we're actually building, we've got the sheriff and we're getting a bunch of cool stuff for the crime scene. If you'd like to be involved, just send me an email through the website. But a lot of area actors are going to be in it, and it's going to look great. It's going to look like something on TV, but it's also going to be a lot of fun to do. So that's just one of the ways that, we're all trying to find our creativity and get our smiles back on. So thanks to this group. I'm a proud chamber member, but thanks for having me on today. And again, theroskyagency.com is the website. Reach out. I'd love to hear from you and get to know you.
Awesome, Brent. I had no idea that's fantastic to hear, and making us all famous here in the area. So appreciate that. All right. So on deck we have Eric Torgerson, but first Aaron Barfels.
Hi, I'm Erin Barfels, and I am the principal at Calison Group. We are a premier boutique provider of end-to-end leadership solutions for primarily Midwest-based clients. So we do executive search, leadership and organizational consulting, and executive coaching. So that's my daytime passion and what I do for a living, but I'm here to talk about a personal passion of mine as well. It's an organization that I recently joined the board with, and it's called Can Play. A couple of interesting facts before I kind of give the spiel on who they are and what we do. But did you know that 20% of people live below the poverty level? and another 20% have a special need. So this spring, Courage League Sports and Opportunity on Deck merged together to form Can Play. And working together, we look forward to expanding our community impact for those with physical, cognitive, social, mental, financial, or other barriers to play. Our goal is to provide or to improve the physical health, mental well-being, social skills, community connections, and future preparedness of the vulnerable populations that we serve. So we have an upcoming event called Courage on the Court, which is coming up on May 8th, and it's a wheelchair basketball tournament. It's an adaptive tournament so that we can experience what it's like for those that are living in a wheelchair and have those adaptive challenges. It's a fantastic event, really fun. It's a Saturday. And if you want more information on how you can get involved or participate, I will put the link for the organization in the chat box, or just reach out to me personally. But thank you.
Wonderful, Erin. Wow, that's excellent to learn about that new group that you've got together, and talk about an amazing group of people that definitely need some focus and need some help. So thank you very much for all of that hard work serving in that role. So on deck, Jody Horstman, but now Eric Torgerson.
Well, hello, everybody. Eric Torgerson here. I am one of the main partners of ET Capital Partners. And since my partners are all just my investors and it's my company, I guess I'm the only person. And so I got, like somebody else said earlier, I got nominated to be the lead of nonprofit organizations. And after that happened, I decided I might have to do a culture assessment at my place of employment. And since it's only me, I don't think I'm going to like the way that turns out. Anyway, I wanted to talk about Iowa Homeless Youth Centers. My mom has been on the board there for, since I think I was in high school. And they do a marvelous job of taking care of disadvantaged youth. And I just don't know if you can imagine turning 18 and being kicked out of your home because the parents no longer have any financial need for you because they're not getting any aid, or they just don't think they have to take care of you anymore because you are now 18 and you have no money and nowhere to go. And at 18, the government doesn't really, there are not very many social programs for you. And they've been a huge advocate for that and source of comfort for people in that situation. And I just think it's a very, very good organization to support. They help over 600 youth each year, which is a phenomenal number. And when you think about kids in Iowa, I mean, it's hard to even believe there are 600 kids that would need help in Iowa. But obviously, there's many more than that. So if anybody would be interested in donating time or money, they can be reached at 515-238-4099, or their website. They're part of the YSS group of charities, and their website's yss.org. So if anybody would like to help, or you can reach me and I can put you in contact with people. So thank you very much for your time, and hope 2021 is a great year for everyone.
Thank you, Eric. Again, learning so much about the community here in the area, and I think we all definitely have a lot to be thankful for, and it's humbling to know that there are so many other folks that are in significantly challenging situations. So thanks for shedding light on that today, Eric. On deck, we have Katie Woodward, but now Jody Horstman.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for the invitation. I am Jody Horstman. I'm a nurse practitioner here at Iowa Weight Loss Specialists on Jordan Creek Parkway. And our growth has been very large over the last year. We're up 130% in new consultations since last year. So after persevering through the pandemic, I think everyone's ready to make a little progress. And I'd just like to challenge each of you for just a moment to think about the person that you love more than anyone in the world. So that might be a friend or a family member, a child, or a parent. And now think about yourself. Are you loving and caring for yourself as much as you care for that person? Is it time to make a change to achieve an overall sense of well-being and improvement in your health, and a chance to make meaningful progress in your life? Here at Iowa Weight Loss Specialists, we have the guidance and resources to help you do that. And our approach is really like none other. And our team of professionals can help you get on your way to a happier, healthier life. You can check us out on social media, Iowa Weight Loss Specialists, or at iowaweightloss.com. Take care, everyone.
Thank you, Jody. And that's a great reminder of if you're not taking care of yourself, it's hard to take care of others. So thank you very much for sharing that. So on deck, we've got a tandem of Susan Muldowney and Emily Sherrod. But first, Katie Woodward. Oh, I think you're on mute, Katie. Why don't you try again there? Oh, oh no, I see that you're there, but we can't hear you. I'm not sure what's going on there.
Now can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Wonderful.
Microphone. So I'm Katie Woodward and I own Second Life DSM Agency. So we're a full service marketing agency. We started last year, so great time to start a business. But I wanted to come on and actually give some recognition to two places. One is called On With Life. It's a neuro rehab place in Ankeny. They're a nonprofit and they only deal with like neuro rehab. So if you have a stroke, concussion, anything like that, they deal with it and they are an amazing place. And then another place I wanted to recognize is I think it's Central Iowa, the shelter downtown. I never can remember the name of it. But they actually, they have done some amazing things over the last year. I was actually a speaker a few weeks ago on Tuesdays. They have people come in and kind of tell their story and everything. So if you want to get connected, you can contact Hard to Love. It's a nonprofit organization and they will kind of get you connected and help you with all different things. So they're an amazing group too. So yeah, that's it.
Awesome, Katie. Well, congratulations on starting up the business and yes, highlighting a couple other great organizations. Thank you. All right, so on deck is Missy Berg, but now Susan Muldowney and Emily Sherrod.
Hi, thank you. So I recently started volunteering with the Pet Project Midwest, and we're really excited to be on this call, the Pet Project. And we're really focused on keeping all of our loved pets in homes with their families and out of shelters. So Emily, she's one of our board members, and she's going to share some more information on some of our updates and progress throughout the year, as well as an upcoming event.
Thank you, everybody, for having us today. Yeah, my name is Emily, and I'm a part of the board of the Pet Project Midwest. It's a nonprofit that's been around for a little over a decade, and the need comes in keeping pets out of shelters in loving homes when people fall on times and they can't afford to feed their pets any longer. And so we have a few different programs underneath of our umbrella. The first one is the Pet Pantry, which usually has the most knowledge from people. And that's every Saturday, unless it's a holiday, we open our doors to distribute food to our patrons. And it's a monthly pickup cadence that we have for them. We also partner with Meals on Wheels for Animals with people that are on that program. They learned that people were feeding their pets table food because they couldn't afford the food to keep their companion. So now we combine the two, and when the parent gets their food, then the pet gets their food at the same time so that both can have full tummies. We also do the Pause for Life program for seniors that can't afford to keep their pets, but it's the only companion that they have. And then the final program underneath of our umbrella is the Pet Alert, Iowa Pet Alert. It's a free website to reunite lost and found pets with their families. It's a free resource, and we're actually just wrapping up a website revamp. So that's kind of what makes up the Pet Project. Again, we service the Des Moines metro area and the surrounding suburbs. It's like kind of about a 35-40 mile radius in which we serve. And one way to support us always, we're 100% volunteer ran. So we're always looking for volunteers. And the other thing that we're in the middle of is getting ready for the Eat-a-thon with Griff from the Drake University. And so we are looking for monetary donations for the 4 people on our team that will be eating, and based on the amount they eat will then equate into donations that come back to restock our pantry shelves and all the resources that we provide.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much, Susan and Emily, for sharing about that. And yeah, we all love our pets. And so it's great that you guys are there to help us out and their owners as well. So thank you very much. So on deck, we have Danielle West, but first, Missy Berg.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity to speak. My name is Missy Burke, and I recently returned to the Des Moines area after living in Indianapolis for almost 20 years. My husband and I both grew up in Urbandale and went to Iowa State, and we just moved back to be closer to family. Just bought a house in West Des Moines, so thought I'd reach out to this group as a way of getting involved. And also, I spent the last 2 decades in the events and tourism industry, and much like Sierra, have faced some hard times, but I'm now working for Marquis, which is an event technology company here in Des Moines. And over the last 12 months, we've really expanded our virtual events and that side of our business, and we can help all of you with your next event. I know many of you are probably hosting a lot of meetings and events via Zoom, just like this one. And we have the technology to enhance that. If you want to take an entire conference and move it virtual, or even do a portion of it in person and a portion of it virtual, which would be a hybrid event, we have all the resources and technology to make that happen. So we're here to support any kind of gathering, event, conference that you guys might have. And as you're struggling to get back to live events, we're here to help. So we also do live events, and we're starting to see those come back. We're so excited. So we also provide all the AV screens, projectors, microphones, lighting, those things that you would need for your events. So I'm really excited to be back in Des Moines and getting to know all of you, hopefully in the future, and maybe even in person. Thanks.
Awesome, Missy. Well, welcome back to the area. And yeah, I think it's very safe to say that we're all looking forward to getting back to some live events once again. So thank you very much. All right, on deck, we have Sean Honkamp, but first, Danielle West.
Hello, thank you. I'm Danielle West. I'm the Director of PR and Marketing at LifeServe Blood Center. So LifeServe is your nonprofit community-based blood center. We provide all of the blood products here in Central Iowa. So no matter what hospital you, a loved one, friend, family member might be at, that blood product is coming from a LifeServe volunteer blood donor. A lot of people had mentioned the pandemic, and that definitely impacted the blood supply as well. We had a lot of blood drives with businesses, schools, colleges that aren't going right now, which makes a lot of sense, but we're definitely trying to make up for that with our donor centers in the area. So we actually just opened a West Des Moines donor center. We're excited to officially be a part of the community with a physical location that is temporarily located by the Walgreens on Mill Civic. Our temporary space is open and we're taking donors. We're open 3 to 4 days a week right now, but we're actually building a full-time donor center just on the other side of the strip mall there by Walgreens, just a different strip mall. And we're hoping to open that in July full-time. So we're still open. We're looking for donors. We also have one in Urbandale, a donor center that's always open, and blood drives throughout the community all the time. And we're just trying to encourage people to come out and donate if they're working remote, to still think about blood donation. We are also antibody testing. We're offering antibody testing through the state hygienic lab. So that is really interesting for people, especially if folks are getting vaccinated, to see what their antibody levels are at. So that's been an interesting thing for us recently. And we plan to continue that too for all of our blood donors. So please help spread the word. We're also hosting blood drives. So if groups are interested in bringing the blood mobile out, or hosting a blood drive in your organization, we are doing that. We're social distancing, wearing masks, and doing all the right things to make sure that everybody is safe for that. So thank you for all your support for the blood supply and helping us through 2020 and continuing that through 2021. And we hope to see you at our West Des Moines Center, our temporary space or a full-time space, hopefully this summer.
Awesome, Danielle, and thank you very much. Yeah, that's a very, very important thing that needs to continue to keep our blood banks full. So thank you for promoting that. And we've got 5 more speakers that are left. So we are wrapping up just perfectly on time, everyone. So on deck is Rob Reinhardt, but first, Sean Honkamp.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for this opportunity. It's a super great idea from the chamber. I'm a retirement planner over at Merkle Retirement Planning in Grimes, Iowa. That we know there's a lot of advisors out there. Our specialty, our focus is we are retirement planners. So we work with families to create that comprehensive retirement plan. And our thank you goes this year, over the last year, it goes up to specifically to our clients and families, but specifically in the area of talking about us and providing referrals. With the challenges of the last year that everybody's familiar with, there were some unique opportunities. Our focus, our marketing team and our client experience team were very intentional and created a referral or thank you program over the last year. Sometimes I think with, like a lot of businesses, we have goals to grow and get better at what we do. I think sometimes we forget that our existing clients are our best clients. And as our marketing team and client experience team developed this marketing or a referral program, put some correspondence behind it and market that, sent that out to our clients. It's been working exceptionally well. Our clients really value what we do, but they've been talking about us, and a good portion of our production this year to date and our new relationships has come through our referral program. So I guess that it's certainly been working for us even better than what we expected. So I think it's important to take time to remember what you have from the relationships we have and try to be as advantageous as possible on making sure they're spreading the word and talking about us, and it's worked out really well. So thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, Sean. Very, very important practice, making sure that we're all keeping track of things for our own future. So I really appreciate what you guys do there. All right, so on deck is Nick Calison, but you might be very, very quickly on deck. Is Rob Reinhardt in the house? Do we have a Rob Reinhardt sighting?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Oh, there you go. Awesome.
Well, thank you for letting me take a few moments of everyone's time. Today, I'd like to first thank all the West Des Moines Chamber employees. Paul, you can speak to this, how great they have been to work with over the past year. It's been an amazing, amazing group. After only 1 year, they've just absolutely blown my mind as what they could accomplish in such a challenging year. But for the nonprofit, I'd like to bring to everyone's attention is it's called Optimist International. It's a service club around the globe. But specifically, I'm a member of the New and Optimist Club of Western Des Moines. There's several in the metro area. We're all for services for children. And I want to speak out to a couple of the projects that we work on. Specifically, there's an essay contest that actually for high school kids that they can do, and winners get scholarships. There's another one, the oratorical contest. That one is a nationwide contest, and at each level, as a student progresses, they win scholarship money. The winner actually ultimately wins $22,000 in scholarship money. So pass that on to your students and to their teachers. One of the things that our club specifically does is it's a mentorship with Hillside Elementary here in West Des Moines. And again, it's a group membership. We don't do one-on-one like some of the nonprofits do. So we teach them how to be giving and how to work on making projects to give to others that are more needy. Specifically, another program we have is Youth Appreciation. Normally it's a luncheon, but this year with no one coming together, we decided to do it as a book. So teachers are nominating 2 students from each middle school and high school in the metro area, sending us their picture and a write-up as to why they nominated them. The purpose is to nominate children who are providing and giving to their community. So it is not academic, it is not athletic, it's simply about what those children are giving back to the community. So it's a special kind of program that I appreciate. One of the other things that our club will do, Mike Schneider can attest to this, that we like to work with other nonprofits. So one of the things we do once a month is we have a social, and many times our social happens to be going down to Meals from the Heartland and helping out down there. So again, thank you for your participation, and hopefully you'll consider the Optimist Club when you want to provide some services to youth.
Awesome, Rob. Thank you very much. I've known you for so long and I didn't know that about you. So I appreciate you sharing that information today. All right, so we've got 3 people left. So on deck, Cole Armsteads. I believe that's going to be a video. And now Nick Calison.
Yeah, hi, Nick Calison with BKD CPAs and Advisors. I am wanting to spotlight a nonprofit that I just recently got elected to the board of, the Ronald McDonald House in Central Iowa. Just like to be able to commend them for staying open during the pandemic and helping families in need, kind of in their most trying times. Also very humbled and honored to be able to support the families of my wife, who is a 14-year NICU nurse over at Mercy. So very honored to be able to do so, and also all the work that they're currently doing through the pandemic. Do want to highlight their 40th golf outing, 40th anniversary of their golf outing on June 2nd. It will be at Beaver Creek. There are lots of opportunities, whether or not it's a sponsorship or you just want to golf or even donate an auction item. I will go ahead and put that in the chat, a link to it. Feel free to reach out. If anyone has questions, feel free to give me a call. I'm happy to treat you to a coffee to talk about it further. Thank you.
Awesome, Nick. Thank you so much. I was thinking about the Ronald McDonald House the other day when I was enjoying my Shamrock Shake. And I love, it is so amazing what they do for the parents in such a challenging time. So thank you for volunteering and being on the board there. All right, so on deck is me. But first, we have a video from Cole Armstead.
Hi everybody, I'm Cole, a Service Master by right. Friend Jim Pearson here, stopped in today. Tell me a little bit about it. Come back. Hi, I'm Jim Pearson, I'm the Executive Director of Friends of Iowa. I really want you guys to join us for this really cool virtual event called Light of Hope. We've done it for 6 years. It's virtual this year. It's 2 weeks from today, which will be on Monday, April 12th at 7 o'clock in the evening. And how you register is very simple. Go to our website, Iowa CASA Friends, IOWACASA Friends.org. And as you get to the front page, it'll dissolve after about 2 seconds into an invitation. Click the red register now button, put in your info, and link will come to you and you can watch us. It's a great, wonderful event. There's a lot of good stuff for some vulnerable kids, foster kids. So thanks for listening, and I hope to see you on April 12th. See you guys. Thank you.
Awesome. And Bailey, or someone can share out that link on the chat there. That would be excellent to learn more there as well. So to wrap things up, I'm Paul Scott with Marco Technologies. I help keep businesses' network infrastructure secure from things like their copiers all the way to their cloud. But I wanted to highlight a service-based organization that I'm a part of as well, and that's the West Des Moines Rotary Club. And we've got a new member actually in the chamber, Miss Anna Dowd, just joined our club. And if you don't know much about Rotary, we'd love to have you as a guest. We meet Tuesdays at lunch over at Des Moines Golf and Country Club. But we love to benefit the community. We help out in local areas, whether it's working with kids and literacy and making sure that their needs are getting taken care of, all the way to the worldwide mission that Rotary has to eliminate polio. And we are about this close away from having it eradicated off of the planet. So amazing work that they've done over the decades. But feel free to let me know if you'd like to be a guest. We'd love to have you have really great speakers on a Tuesday, and you can learn a lot, network a lot, and give a lot. So with that, I believe this wraps everything up. And Bailey, I'm going to pass the ball back over to you. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much, Paul. And I think we need to give Paul a virtual round of applause for doing such a great job serving as our MC today. I just would like to point out that Paul agreed to do this on Monday afternoon. So thank you so much, Paul. We really, really, really appreciate it. And thanks everyone for joining us today. We are ending just on time. So I'm sorry if anyone else wanted that speaking opportunity, I'm sorry, but I think we'll probably end up turning this into an annual event. So, because it's gone so well today. So I'm committing to it already for us. So look for it in 2022. Awesome. Well, again, thanks so much, everyone. And have a great afternoon. We'll send out the chat in a follow-up afterwards in case anyone was looking for something in there. So have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Woohoo! Amazing.